Hello, it's Nemesis Nick here. I'm a keen fan of the Eurovision Song Contest. It's time to talk Eurovision. The Estonian national final, Eesti Laul 2021, was one of 4 Eurovision Song Contest 2021 national finals which took place last Saturday evening, that being Saturday the 6th of March 2021. I missed Eesti Laul 2021 that evening as I watched the Danish national final online from the United Kingdom instead that evening. Nonetheless, I watched Eesti Laul 2021 final on demand online from the UK next evening, Sunday the 7th of March 2021, and ranked all 12 finalists on My Eurovision Scoreboard during the show. Here is my ranking of the 12 finalists. By the way, I can't speak Estonian, so please excuse me if I mispronounce Estonian song titles or artists' names. Furthermore, unlike the Danish finalists last Saturday and the Finnish finalists in February, I didn't preview the Estonian finalists before watching Eesti Laul final, so my viewing of the Estonian final was my first ever time of seeing or hearing these songs, and thus I was judging the entries with no prior familiarisation. Right, here I go with my ranking from 12th to 1st. 12th, Redel Tartu. Was this meant to be some sort of novelty song? To me, this was hardly a song. The lead singer, dressed in a onesie, was really high-pitched. The rest of the group danced around and there was a pixelation effect on screen at various points, in addition to the selection of background images. Looking back, Estonia's Leto Svet in the Eurovision Song Contest 2008 was bad enough, but Tartu in Eesti Laul 2021 was an order of magnitude worse. It's hardly surprising I put Tartu bottom of my Eesti Laul 2021 final ranking. Anyway, this finished 9th in the combined jury and public vote. Evidently somebody must have liked Tartu. 11th, Andre Zvarkin and Pluto Wingman. This was the penultimate entry in the main part of the show, but to me it's hardly a song. A considerable portion of it is rap, which normally does badly at Eurovision. The rap is interspersed with bits of singing. The most notable thing about this entry is the fireworks towards the end. At least this wasn't as bad as Tartu, which is why this ended up second last in my ranking. This song finished 5th overall, which is way higher than I think it deserved. Now for my top 10. These are the entries which appeared in my top 10, which I shared in various places online Sunday evening. 10th, Yuri Portsman, Margus Melancholia, an entry which was sung in Estonian. According to Google Translate, the title means sweet melancholy in English. It's quite a mixed bag, really. The verses are quite pleasant and gentle, but the choruses are quite harsh and high-pitched, along with flashing lights. I'm not sure the two styles can be combined together like this. Surprisingly, this advanced to the super final and ended up 3rd in the super final results. 9th, Carl Killing Kiss Me, a pleasant ballad which I would class as easy listening. Carl sang well and the subtle lighting was just right for this type of song. This is an ideal song to relax to, but it would almost certainly be forgettable at Eurovision. This finished 8th overall. 8th in my ranking, Kadri Vurand energy. This was the final song in the main part of the show. Kadri sang this power ballad while seated at the grand piano. At times, the manner in which she sang was somewhat harsh, almost as though she was in pain. The starry pattern on the background screen was okay, but it would be difficult to think of better staging for this style of song. Right at the end, there was the clearly noticeable final note on the piano. This finished 6th overall in the official results. Okay, 7th in my ranking, Hans Niner, 1 by 1. A pleasant ballad, not bad, but I don't think it has enough impact to do well in Eurovision. The tree images on the background screens during the choruses are impressive. However, I question the need for dancers in this type of song. It would appear to me as though the background images and the dancers have been included to spice up a ballad which, on its own, is forgettable. This ended up 10th in the combined jury and public vote. 6th in my ranking, Ukusvista, the lucky one. Ukusvista was due to represent Estonia at last year's Eurovision Song Contest, which was cancelled with the song What Love Is. This year he was given a place in one of the semi-finals, thereby bypassing ERR's internal pre-selection. This time his entry was the lucky one. Naturally, I was eager to see his offering this year and see how it compared to last year. By the time Uku performed the lucky one during the main part of the show, I was disappointed. To me, some parts of the lucky one sound fairly similar to the chorus and bridge of What Love Is, whereas other parts are totally different. All in all, the lucky one seems a bit of a mess to me, really. As far as staging goes, I like the clouds and lighting on. As far as staging goes, I liked the clouds and lightning effects on the background screens early on, but I'm mystified for a need to create the swimming pool effect at certain points in the song. Anyway, this made it to a super final and won outright. On to my top 5 in my ranking. 5th, Sissy, Time, a gospel-style song. The choruses were rather upbeat, accompanied by impressive background screen images. It's interesting how a song of this style was included in the lineup. Presumably this could have been an attempt to have a song of the same genre as John Lundvik, Too Late for Love in the Eurovision Song Contest 2019. If so, this wasn't as good as Too Late for Love. Anyway, this advanced to a super final and finished 2nd. 4th in my ranking, Surid Kudrudkud, Heaven's Not That Far Tonight. This is what I'd call a 70. This is what I would call a 1970s style disco song with a rather catchy chorus. The ladies sang well and the staging was quite impressive. I liked the background images, including a disco ball effect. On the whole, a good song, albeit a bit dated. Perhaps some saw this as too dated. Anyway, this finished 7th overall. On now to my top 3. Now, this is what I thought were the best 3. 3rd, Ivo Linner, Robert Linner, Supernova, Ma All Scene. A ballad which sounds like something from a few decades ago, but it's questionable whether this is dated or timeless. Anyway, it was well sung and all the better for it being in Estonian. I've just found out that the title translates as I Am Here. This finished 11th once all the jury and public vote results had been announced, so 2nd last in the official results, yet 3rd in my ranking. 2nd, Koit Torme, We Could Have Been Beautiful. Koit previously represented Estonia as part of a duet with Laura Poldver at the Eurovision Song Contest in 2017 with the song Verona, but failed to qualify for a final. I must admit, I was gutted at that year that Verona didn't make it to the final. I thought that was one of the best songs in the semi-final in which it took part, and that's one of the songs I most wanted to go through to the grand final. Anyway, moving on, this year he was back in Eesti Laul 2021, hoping to represent Estonia again, this time with a song We Could Have Been Beautiful. Most of the time, Koit sang while seated at a grand piano, but near the end he stood up to sing the rest of the song. The song itself is a beautiful ballad. Koit has a good voice. As far as the staging is concerned, I like the blue and yellow lights which were used on the night. The grand finale was the higher pitch on the final chorus, accompanied by the dotty effects, which presumably were intended to resemble fireworks on the background screens near the end. On the whole, I thought this was one of the best entries of Eesti Laul 2021 final, which is why this ended up in my top 3, but I don't think this is as good or memorable as Verona in 2017. This finished 4th in the official results, thereby just missing out on a place in the super final. Then, finally, top of my ranking was the song which performed first in the main part of the show, that being Ega Milder, Free Again. Fair enough, the first verse is a bit slow, but the chorus is quite catchy. The blue and yellow images on the background screens during each chorus are quite impressive, though I'm mystified as to why those colours were chosen. Surprisingly, this finished 12th last in the combined jury and public vote scores. How my highest placed song could be bottom of the official results is unbelievable. So there you have it. That was my ranking of the 12 finalists based on my first ever viewings of those songs during the show. It has to be said, my ranking ended up somewhat different to the combined jury and televote totals. 2 of my top 3 were bottom 2. The 3 songs which advanced to the super final were Ukus Vista, the lucky one, Sissy Time, and Yuri Portsman, Margus Melancholia. Interestingly, I ranked those entries 6th, 5th and 10th respectively. The juries and Estonian public had considerably different opinions to mine. Anyway, congratulations to Ukus Vista for winning Eesti Laul 2021 final with the lucky one. In effect, he has won his place back after he was originally due to represent Estonia at last year's Eurovision Song Contest, which was cancelled. Although I ranked Uku just 6th, he did well to get as far as the super final last Saturday evening, and win outright. Well done also to the other 11 finalists for getting that far, and to all those who were eliminated in the semi-finals in February. This means Ukus Vista will represent Estonia in the Eurovision Song Contest 2021 with the lucky one. Estonia will perform in the first half of the second semi-final on 20th of May 2021. The United Kingdom votes in that semi-final. I must admit, I wasn't particularly keen on any of the 12 finalists in Eesti Laul 2021, so in all honesty, whichever song had won last Saturday evening, I have my doubts as to whether or not I would have wanted to have voted for Estonia's entry in this year's Eurovision Song Contest second semi-final. Time will tell whether or not Estonia qualifies for the Eurovision Song Contest grand final. Good luck to Ukus Vista at Eurovision anyway. Do you think the right 3 songs made it to a super final? And do you think the right song won? Which 3 songs did you hope to see in the super final? And which song did you expect or want to win Eesti Laul 2021? Let me know in the comments below. And in the meantime, be the big boss. Goodbye, daboch, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen, adios, arrivederci, do widzenia, farewell, chwevasti.